In this video, I'll show you how to create and reuse workflows using boards in Raspberry AI. Workflows let you save and repeat processes so you can use the same setup with new inputs without rebuilding every step manually. Let's start by creating a workflow from scratch. I'm here in a board in Raspberry AI, starting with a chore jacket and using Sketch to render to create a photoreal image. To get the prompt started, I use describe image, then update it to describe a cream-colored chore jacket with a tan leather collar. Once I have the render, I'll use multi-view and request a back view. While that's generating, I go back to the original render and use Prompt AI. Here I type, add light brown hanger to style. I turn off auto refine prompt so the instruction stays simple. Next, I go back to the original render and use Prompt AI again. This time I type, show macro view of button placket. I'll turn off auto refine prompt again before generating. Then I go back to the original render one more time and type show neatly folded on display shelf. I'll turn off auto refine prompt here as well. Now I have several useful outputs branching from a single starting image. Including a back view, a hanging product image, a close-up detail, and a folded product display. Before converting this setup into a workflow, I'll duplicate it so I can preserve my original outputs. Then I'll right-click the flow I want to reuse and select Convert to Workflow. Once the workflow is created, I can rename it, use Auto Arrange, save my changes, and share it with my team or specific users. I can also see the cost before running it. In this example, the full workflow costs 2 credits. Now I can reuse the workflow with a completely different style. I'll replace the original input, update the first prompt, and click Start from here to run the workflow again. I can also edit parts of the workflow as needed. Raspberry AI generates the same set of outputs for the new product without requiring me to rebuild each step. And workflows aren't limited to product renders. They can also be shared across teams, so designers can reuse workflows created by other people instead of starting from scratch. See here in my flows on the left, I can access my own workflows and those shared with my org or just with me. For example, this graphics workflow applies one piece of artwork in several different treatments, including puff embroidery, a patch, a re-embroidered artwork, a woven label, and sewn felt. I can replace the original artwork, run the workflow again, and see the new graphic across all the different applications. Here's another example using a model. I'll go into my flows and grab the studio workflow. This workflow includes prompts for several poses, angles, and styling directions, including a relaxed upper body pose, a back view, a side angle, and a 45-degree front left pose, all using Prompt AI. I can replace the original model, make a small adjustment to one of the prompts, like removing holding jacket open, and run the workflow to generate the full set of studio images with the new model. Once you've created a process that works, you don't need to recreate it node by node every time. You can save it as a workflow, share it with your team, and reuse it with new inputs. Whether you're working with one feature or building a process across several, workflows make that process repeatable.